All right, guys. Well, first off, I've got to apologize for where we're at in the project versus where I left off in the last clip. Jesus Christ. Like Animal House around here. I got caught in a time bind and stuff, and I just had to get stuff done and just didn't have time to really film it and like, hey, I did the, hey. So I apologize. I know, I guess some people like to see me working on stuff like that, but you know, it's just one of those deals. So we got it all put together, and it's all done. We've had it running and stuff, and I'm gonna take you guys off your body and just kind of open everything up, and I'll go through it real quick as to everything that we kind of did. Yes, Henry. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. I know. Don't play with shoulders. So that's what we're gonna do real quick, and we'll take it for a drive, see how that works out, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap this up. I know there's videos, whatever. All right, well, here we go. Here's our little 5-gallon fuel cell, and we got a 10 to 3/8 barb and a 10 to 3/8 barb. It came with the 2 flare caps. We got those on. It's a little vent. I know this is not NHRA legal. I understand that. That is not NHRA legal. This is not NHRA legal. I get it. So we've got our cell. It doesn't leak. Happy with it. We removed the old fuel tank, and we've got, I know, we got 100 micron Earls. We got our Chinese pump. I did have to tighten a little bit of it up. It leaked just a hair, but so far so good. It's actually fairly quiet. And then we got it wired up in a relay in the back, and I had some of these. I had these brass fittings already. We got it on a relay, just mounted here real quick. This is kind of a temporary permanent deal. This is what we call it at work, temporary permanent. Also, side note, don't mind the tent. Hey, check it out, man. I sprayed some WD-40 on the hinge. Inside the car, real quick, we got our MSD box mounted. Yes, here, don't look at that part of it. We got our temp gauge mounted. It works. Let me do this real quick. Check out that tack. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. Oh, look, we even got a light. Okay, we needed a tack because the factory tack does not work. You know, we didn't get a tack adapter or anything like that. And we had that tachometer actually came out of, it was in the dirty pickle when I bought it. I didn't know if it worked. You know, it was just mounted on the dash. It's just a piece of crap. But it works, and that's just so we can, you know, tell kind of what RPM we're turning. I don't use my phone as a speedometer or anything. I just go by RPM. What kind of RPM we're turning at, we're tracked. You know, we'll kind of see where we're at. Our launch, we can kind of, you know, see where we're at when we're launching and stuff like that. Even if it's not super accurate, at least we can go by the number that we're doing. I got a 5800 pill in it right now for the shift light. And moving up front, we've got our regulator, which does work. I know that is not NHRA legal. I know this fuel line is illegal. I get it. We got a 40 micron filter there as well. Gauge works. We got fuel pressure set at right at 6. We had the rear accelerator pump was leaking. One of the fuel line fittings was leaking, and then the needle in the seat, I had to change the needle in the seat in the back, and it was leaking. I've also ordered a jet extension kit. I should have ordered that earlier, honestly, but oh well. I ordered it. It won't be here in time to race, but it is what it is. We got our pie pan, our hacked up, looks like we did that with a spoon, and we put the old Boss 429 scoop on, so we got a little bit of cold air or whatever. We put a plastic tank aluminum rad in it with, you know, electric fan, and the distributor, we didn't do anything to the distributor yet. It's stock. There's information online on how to modify a Duraspark so you can basically limit the mechanical advance so you can run more initial. And the way they're typically set up, and this one's got a lot of advance in it, is that they've got a lot of advance in it. Typically it's, you know, like maybe 24 to 28 degrees. So you got to run a really low initial so that when it wraps up, it's not, you know, giving you 40 on the top end. So I've got it at 14 right now, and I actually need to remark the balancer, and so I can kind of tell where it's going to. We just got the stock coil. We just, you know, took the old connector off and wire nutted it. So, but it starts, runs. I mean, you know, got the carburetor, you know, pretty close, I think. I'm not an expert by any stretch of imagination. Our Summit throttle cable holder worked famously, and I think that pretty much sums it up. So, you know, we'll take it for a ride here and see how it runs, and, you know, see if we got a chance at the track. All right, we are on our first drive. I didn't even check the air pressure in the tires. I'm sure it's all whacked out and everything like that. But we just got street tires, of course, so it's, you know, just can't really do anything. We put some fuel in it, temperature's running good. There's Jake. There's the Polish pony. He's headed home from college. Been out studying. Mel Tillis is. He's a country singer. I don't listen to country. He's a country singer. Stutters like crazy. He was in the Cannonball Run. He was Terry Bradshaw's co-driver. If you even know who that is. Man, the front struts are blasted on this thing. Anyway, he stutters like a madman when he's talking. Sings like a songbird when he's singing. That's how David is. Shakes like a crazy person when he's just normal. When you put a grinder in his hand, things get smooth, really smooth. Or at least that's what I tell myself. considered. The front suspension on this car is a mess. The struts are blasted. It's got 92. They're blasted. You can see this thing's just good. This thing's gonna be a handful. And if the audio is bad on the test drive, I'm sorry. I haven't listened. Obviously, I haven't listened to any of it, so I don't know what's gonna sound like. Hey, I'm gonna get on to both of you guys. Settle down. Golly, you just go crazy. I don't even know why. So the front suspension is a hot mess. The rear suspension's got lower controls, but it's got those China reds up top. Honestly, I need to change those out. Kyle blew the bushings out of both of his uppers the last time he had the bird turd, his white car at the track. And, you know, so we've got these. Now, you might be saying, hey, that's high dollar. Actually, we bought these used for like 80 bucks. So we got a really good deal on these. These are the UPR. They come with the spherical ends for the carrier, and then they just bolt in, so we'll be good to go there. So we didn't spend a lot of money. This car is kind of about low budget. I mean, all my stuff's basically kind of low budget. I mean, budget's relative, you know, to what people have, money and stuff like that. So this car's kind of low budget. I'm still trying to get my vision. Sorry if the wind noise goes crazy, it's windy. I'm still trying to get my vision kind of going on this car. Where am I in the ether? I've got a couple different ideas, but I'm not sold on them yet. But let's go through the combination really fast, and so we can do the, you know, what will it run, and see if we got a chance against Kevin in McNugget. Weight-wise of the cars, they're going to be pretty close. He's probably maybe a little lighter than I am, but we're pretty close in weight, so that's, you know, that's a wash. He's got 410s, I got 430s. We both got slicks. His car works, McNugget works pretty decent. This car, to be determined. We've both got T5s, regular T5s. He's got, I know I'm going backwards. He's got Hush Puppies, 2.5 or 3 inch? I think it's 3 inch, whatever. Big old Hush Puppy Flowmasters. In the long tubes, I think they're I'm pretty sure they're 1 5/8 SN headers. He's got some kind of, David did some porting on the P heads that are on it. So, and it was mostly just to kind of clean up where someone else had started porting on them. So he just kind of cleaned it. They're not ported. So he's got those. He's got an F cam. He's got more cam. I've got long tubes, 1 5/8 cheapies with race bullets. So I probably got a little bit of advantage in the exhaust system. I've got ported E7s. So I'm gonna go, I don't think I'm going on a limb saying that he's got better heads. I've also got a B cam with 1.7s. He's got an F cam with 1.7. So technically he's got a better cam than I do. It's more lift, it's got more duration, you know, so therefore it is better. Even though the almighty B cam is the almighty B cam. So he's got a ported Explorer style intake and like I think a 75 throttle body and a 75 mass air and a David tube. Now this is where I think I have the advantage. I've got a lightly gasket matched Stealth with a 2-inch spacer and one of 650 Holley's finest magic makers on top with like a Ram Air deal. So I feel like I got the advantage there. The best this car has ever run is a 770. That was with shorties and the EFI stuff on it. The best Kevin's ever run is a 749. He did that one time. Don't act like he just in the 740s all the time, because he's not. That car is all over the place. So I don't know. I'm optimistic. It felt decent. So I'm a little optimistic on our chances. So you guys tell me, what will it run? What do you think it's going to run the way it's set up now, with the carb and the intake and the long tubes and the bullets, versus where it was before with shorties and Explorer intake and an H-pipe and some like glass pack style mufflers? It ran 88.5 and its best mile an hour and its best ET, it went a 770 and a 772 the last time I had it out on the 2 passes. I didn't miss gears. And like I say, the mile an hours were 88.5 and it ran like a high 87. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, the EFI is a little inconsistent on speed density. So guys tell me. We added long tubes, bullets, and we put a carb on it, and probably shed about 35 pounds or so, whatever. So you guys tell me, what will it run? We'll know because tomorrow night is race night. So we're gonna do these control arms in the morning and maybe do a few other little things. And if I do, I will swedge that in here right now. We're out here. We've got one control arm out, and we're getting ready to put our other one in, and then we just got one more to do, and I think we'll basically be track ready, unless we get into some other kind of trouble. What you got? What you got, Henry? Henry, what is that? That's a jug. What are you doing with that jug, Henry? What are you doing with that jug, Shelby? Take a drink of this jug. We've got one arm bolted in, so that was fairly painless. We'll get it we got to get the other one knocked out. It's over there. We'll get that knocked out, and then we'll kind of level the car out and kind of look at our pinion angle just a little bit. Maybe see if we need to make a little adjustment up here. We left it kind of loose so we can do it if we need to. All right, moving on. Okie dokie. Relieved another. Anyway, I don't need that. What we doing, Henry? All right, we got that one knocked all out. Now we just gotta put the new one in. What's he doing, Shelbs? What? Crazies. There we go. Got it all in. Sweet. It's almost lunchtime too. I'm getting kind of hungry. Okay. Anything that I added was, you just saw from where we were at. So, all right, cool. So this is the end of the video. I know this is long and garbage, so anyway, whatever. You guys get tired of me saying that. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for watching. Got my Clark Kents. We're fixing Superman on them. Because I've been talking my talk now. I've been talking. Let me tell you, I've been talking. So, until next time, the Substandard Leader Fox Body videos on this right here YouTube. We'll see you guys later.